So as it turns out, there's 23 total towers in this game, and there are 3 different third-tier upgrades that we can go over, and today we're going to go over all of them, all 69 of them. And if you guys are excited about that, 69 action is me. Press the like button for me, and let's get going. Couple quick rules. We're starting on round 6, going up as high as we can go. We have infinite money, so money does not matter. And lives, we're going to give 15, just in case some random balloon sneaks through on a weird tower like a catapult. It doesn't matter. Cross paths, I'm going to decide on the fly which one I think is going to be better for this situation, and we're going to go for it. First tower we're testing out is the Spike-a-Pole, which goes through a lot of balloons in a row, so you want to put them in anywhere that you can put them on last, and put them down a straight line. That's going to be the most efficient way to use them. Got 22 pierce and 2 damage, so overall this is one of the most efficient poppers in the entire game, if you put them in the right spot. To be honest, I'm pretty impressed. I mean, look at round 18 here. It just goes right through everything. Even these faster yellow balloons and pink balloons, when we hit them right, they're doing pretty good. But nothing lasts forever. Unfortunately, round 19 is going to be the end of us. Good run, though. Back to the classics. We've got the triple shot Dart Monkey, who shoots out 3 darts each time. And then because we're playing with Monkey Knowledge, every once in a while he's going to shoot out 4 darts per time. In addition, he's got 5 pierce with the razor sharp shots here, so 5 times 3 means we could pop 15 balloons in every single shot. And he shoots pretty quick. I feel pretty confident that we can make it pretty far here, but because we want razor sharp shots, we cannot get the cam detection necessary for 33. Will we make it that far, though? Cool thing about triple shot is he doesn't have any, like, direct weaknesses. Like, no, there's no specific balloon that's very difficult. Grip balloons aren't too bad, space balloons aren't too bad. He's kind of just a jack of all trades. And we do beat round 19. This, unfortunately, is a mighty tough round and may knock out a lot of our towers. We got a bunch of yellows, followed by pinks, followed by, yeah, well, I guess a lot of pinks. 8 lives, and we can't handle it. Round 21 takes down the triple dart. The last of the Dart Monkeys, we've got the crossbow. I decided to go for very quick shots because I'm not too worried about getting through the total pierce here. So I just want to make sure I can shoot fast enough. So very quick shots makes a lot more sense when we already have 3 pierce that we can go through. He also does 3 damage, so 3 damage times 3 pierce means we can do a lot of damage or overall popping power to these balloons. In addition, I've got a lot of range here as well to work with, so I thought that it would be best to put him closer to the back of the map so I can shoot down the straight line here if we start to snake him through. We could have found our weakness again. Round 21, will it be too much for us? We're chasing, and we can't handle it. Round 21 is deadly. We've got Glaive Ricochet, which can bounce to up to 30 balloons in a single boomerang. In addition, I decided to go for the red hot ring so we can pop lead balloons and to get double damage out of it. So the major weakness to him right now is the fact that his bounce distance is not as much as it used to be, so you may end up having some trouble with spaced balloons not jumping properly. Any which way, I think we're going to do pretty good with this guy. A difficult round for the Dart Monkeys is very easy for the boomerang. Round 21 goes down, no lives lost so far. No cam detection definitely hurts us, but I think a lot of towers are going to be fine just letting that get tanked. Round 32 is a little bit tricky here with random balloons trying to sneak through. We lose a few more, and we can't handle round 32. Next up, we got the Bionic Boomer, who's just a fast-shooting boomerang. He shoots about 3 times as fast as a regular boomerang here, so we got a lot of attack speed. When we pick between them, we have to decide between the red hot rings or just doing more pierce. And in this situation, I think the damage is going to be more beneficial for us and also allow us to pop lead balloons. So we're going to try the red hot rings here and see how far we can go. So far, very well. Round 21 is not an issue for any boomerang here, not at all. Dominant so far. Could this be our new record? 31 going pretty strong here, working on round 32 now. And it looks like we will be able to pull this off pretty easily, actually. Like, no issues at all. Unfortunately, round 33 will be the death of us. Camo balloons, we do not have that cam detection, and it's just gonna walk right through our defense. Dang. Next up, we got the Kylie Boomerang, who can pop 18 balloons per shot. Usually, I think faster rangs is just better in most situations because we can throw more often. One cool thing about the Kylie Boomerang is the fact that he can hit multiple balloons with the same boomerang. In fact, if you see it going on top of a balloon here, it can, like, slowly disintegrate it over time, which is kind of cool because a lot of other towers cannot hit the same balloon with the same projectile twice. Though it's not a necessity to play this way with the Kylie Boomerang, the way I like to personally play is I like to put him on last, similar to a catapult. If he shoots down a straight line here, it's nice to have the boomerang just straight flying back and come right towards him, popping the same balloon a bunch. And even though it's kind of a weird tower, we're still dominating pretty well. 32 goes down easy, but of course, 33 is just too much. Again, no camo detection, man. Bro, whoa. This sucks. Next up, we got Really Big Bombs, which has 60 pierce, which is quite substantial, and also 3 damage. The Like, range here, the explosion range is actually quite large as well. The bombs actually seem like they make sense. As far as cross paths go, we can go for the missile launcher to give them extra attack speed and a smidge more range. But I thought that frag bombs would actually make more sense in this situation because we get more projectiles popping out and we might actually be able to pop a few of the black balloons. Maybe? Alright, the first black balloons. So technically we cannot kill them with our regular explosion here, but we can kill them with the frag bombs. So if you have managed to hit the right balloons at the right time, you can frag explode and still kill black balloons, which is kind of cool. Unfortunately, we are definitely having a slight issue here with the faster balloons, but not an issue enough. Dang! Got a little unlucky. It might be possible for us to micro through this, but I don't feel like doing all of that, so Zebra Balloon, taking us out around 26. I'm finding it fun how interesting every single tower seems to lose on just about a different round, except for when we get to round 33, the Camo Balloons just wipe us out with most towers. Coming up, we got the Moab Mauler, which is a pretty fast-shooting cannon explosion tower. Honestly, I think a lot of people assume that you need to use this guy for Moabs, and of course, he is designed to pop Moabs, but he also pops balloons okay. Now, I decided to go for the frag bombs to give him that extra little bit of range here, and then in addition, I was hoping to maybe, if we do end up making it to round 20, get that little bit of extra black popping power as well to maybe snipe out just a few more rounds. I'm not hopeful, though. I think Moab Mauler is designed too much to be a Moab popper, so I'm not sure how far we're going to make it. Things are definitely getting scary here with regens and everything. Fast balloons, Moab Mauler can't quite keep up. The frag bombs are trying to keep us in the game right now, but they're not gonna. 19. Nice, reasonable round to lose on for a Moab Mauler. I'll admit it, I don't have grand aspirations for a cluster bomb. Normally, he's rock frickin' solid, but black balloons, just can't pop them. So round 20 is going to be the max no matter what. But best cross path here, you can go either way. It kind of depends on if you're looking at elks or not, but heavy bombs is going to pop through more layers, specifically, you know, just taking big balloons down to small balloons. But the faster shooting allows you to use him a little more efficiently if you've got like an elk or something like that, more buffs and power-ups to use in addition to them. Either way is fun, though. They're really kind of similar these days, depending on what kind of pop and power you're looking for. So, cluster bombs. Can we make it to round 20, and how bad is it going to be? As expected, a complete wipe until round 20, and then black balloons. Blah, blah, blah. Next up, we got Hot Shots, which is a cheap, effective tower, just kind of across the board. If you get the Hot Shots with the even more tax, you can get 12 volleys of tax shooting out every single round, and don't forget that the Hot Shots doubles the damage from 1 to 2, so you can pop blue balloons down to nothing, or get those extra damage layers out of zebras and above. Any which way, I feel pretty comfortable with this guy. I think we're going to make it pretty far. Ooh, we're not all powerful here. Around 19, we lose our first lives. Ooh, this is looking tight. Can we get through round 25? Yes, we can! But the first zebras were just too much for us. The pinks are going to wipe us out. Good run. Next up, we got the Blade Shooter. And he does a lot of pierce. That's his main thing. He's got only 8 projectiles here if we go even fast shooting, but we can get through 8 balloons per shot. So if we can maximize this out, we get a lot of pop power out of this guy. Unfortunately, we're already struggling on round 17 and 18, so is he that good? I don't know. As far as crosspath goes, even fast shooting is usually the better way to go. I've tested it out many times, and like 99.3% of the time, even fast shooting is going to work better, even if you try to elk or do something even crazier with the bottom path. Unfortunately, round 19 is going to easily walk through, and Blade Shooter's done so. X-Bear is a lot of people's favorite weird early game tower. He's got 16 different attacks that shoot out per volley, and then usually he's going to be better off with even faster shooting because you get a lot of extra attack speed with that guy. The main thing is projectiles. Of course, buffing him is easy, get elks and stuff like that, but yeah, we don't get that today. Let's see how well he does. The big balloons definitely seem to be a big issue for us. Pinks and yellows barely snaking through here. We're down to 2 lives on round 22, and that's going to be where we have to cut it. Tack Shooter just couldn't keep up. We've got the perfect music for the perfect ice tower here. We've got the ice shards, which basically just... you need to use them in combination with other towers so the ice shards can actually fly out and explode balloons. Unfortunately, we don't have that, so he's probably not going to do very well, considering that we've already lost half of our lives by the time we got to round 8 here. I decided to go for the deep freeze and the extra attack speed here to try to keep him alive for a little bit longer. I thought that was better than the range because we already got a pretty good amount of room to attack here. Unfortunately, it just doesn't seem to matter. We lose on round 8. Next up, we've got the Arctic Wind, who has a cold aura all the way around us. It's pretty small as far as our range is concerned, even with the extra range bonus on top of the bottom path here. We went for the refreeze just to make sure that we can refreeze any frozen balloons that are already here, and I feel like we can go a reasonable amount of distance here, but I honestly don't know how far or when we're going to start to lose. We did pretty well. We got white balloons coming out in the next round here, and oddly enough, we are not going to die to the white balloons. We are going to die to fast pink balloons on round 21. Pretty impressive, though. Crowd Cannon is probably one of the more interesting upgrades in BTD6 because it has a couple negatives to it. It actually decreases the freeze time and decreases the radius of the actual ice aspect of it. Each little ball here is going to have a smaller radius than the big radius around an ice tower. But it doesn't really seem to matter much because he shoots way faster, he does more damage, and now you can actually aim and hit balloons specifically. So those are all fantastic things. Any which way, let's see how far we can get with the Cryo Cannon. Interestingly, we are starting to struggle on round 15 with faster balloons starting to sneak through here with a small radius. The pinks are just going to walk right through. Dang! But even though he's on first, he's not aiming properly. Down to 1 life, and it's gonna sneak through round 15 only. Solver's definitely an interesting tower overall. It's kind of overlooked, honestly. Like, most people don't go for it unless you're saving up for a Solver eventually, right? But you get +1 Pierce for him. It says it right here. He melts through balloons pretty easily and pretty quickly, and he does extra damage to ceramic balloons in particular, which is also something that's kind of overlooked as a decent aspect to the tower. So, believe it or not, most balloons actually get annihilated by just the Dissolver himself, but it does take some time to work with. Crosspath-wise, I was worried about overall balloon hittage, so I went for the glue splatter in addition, which still should not say 6 balloons per shot, because it really matters somewhat crosspath and everything you're going for. Any which way, turns out we lost 14 lives on round 15, and unfortunately, we can't snipe round 16. Maybe positioning could have helped us out a little bit there, but Dissolver, schmeh. Blue Hose will basically never miss a balloon for us unless we go crazy, crazy, crazy late game, or maybe even around 63. It can be a little bit painful. But either which way, the corrosive glue is really the aspect we have to worry about here. Regen balloons are going to be a little bit of an issue, but other than that, every balloon's going to get glued. Why would we not? Why would we do bad, right? Question mark? Oh, regen balloons. Regens! Will they regen? Oh, no, not today. Oh, no. More regen yellows this time. Will it be the death of us? It's a possibility. And purples, too, on top of it all. Oh, we get to snipe them? Wait. Oh, still alive. Oh, more regens, man. Definitely our weakness here. I mean, we can't even lose 4 lives this time around, and I think it's not going to work out for us. Regenning? Oh, and they take us down. Next up, we got the Moab glue, which of course slows down Moabs. Unfortunately, it doesn't do a great job against the balloons, especially when I need corrosive glue to do any damage whatsoever. So we're not going to make it very far, and round 7 is likely to take us down. Yep, it was a pretty terrible run. That's Moab glue for you. Not good on round 6. That's it for the primaries. How do you guys feel about all those? I mean, nothing really surprised me crazily. Clearly, boomerangs were the best of the best. We had a lot of weaknesses with the cannons and the ice towers and the glue. Dart monkeys and textures did alright. I'm kind of happy all across the board here. How do you think we're going to do with these military monkeys? Starting off with the sniper. So Deadly Precision can pop through 20 balloons per shot, or 20 damage per shot, means we can snipe through a ceramic and every single balloon on the inside as well. Delicious to watch ceramics and rainbows just disappear. As far as crosspath goes, I gave him cam detection, but really I needed a shrapnel shot here so I could shoot and try to hit as many balloons as I possibly can. I don't think the faster firing would be better off. I think we'd be better off with this guy, so probably not going to make it super duper far. Oh, talk about not making it very far. Round 10. Brutal. Next up, we've got the Bouncing Bullet, which allows us to shoot 3 targets with a single shot, and then in addition, don't forget the shrapnel shot is going to bounce between all of them as well, which is quite helpful here. As far as crosspaths go, I decided to go for the large caliber just in case we do make it to around 28 or above. I want to make sure I can pop those lead balloons. In addition, we've got camo detection here, so this could be, if it goes really, really well, the first tower that makes it past round 33 of the entire day. I'm kind of excited. Guess what? We beat round 33, and we have full lives right now. Life is looking good. Oh, so amazingly. Uh-oh. There's a lot of balloons. Round 34. A lot of balloons. This is way more difficult than everything we've fought so far. The Bouncing Bullet can't keep up. No! And there they go, round 34. Good run, though. Good run. But Bouncing Bullet, everything's defeated at some point, right? So far, the tower that looks like he's dominating the most is the semi-automatic large caliber rifle. I mean, we can pop 7 layers of balloons per shot, so every balloon we hit, we're basically destroying. In addition, we've got triple the attack speed. So yeah, I mean, this guy's looking really good, especially on these usually kind of tougher rounds for some of these other towers. Unfortunately, we do have a slight weakness here. We decide between getting large caliber, which will give us the lead popping power, or the middle path, which will give us the camo detection. And even if we pop every single balloon up until round 33, we can't beat round 33. Though I actually think we're going to lose on a fairly soon round here, round 27. All right, here it is, round 27. You can see the red balloons are already annihilating us. The blue balloons, I'm leaving them on strong here. We can swap them to first, but that's not going to matter much. We will eventually die. So I want to throw it out there really quickly that this is like mild bits of luck, and like technically we could micro through it, but I'm going to do a no micro run for Monkey Aces and a no micro run for Heli Pilots unless I need to micro because it doesn't get a pursuit. So yeah, let's see where the Monkey Ace can take us. So fighter plane. I mean, what's he really got going on here? Well, first of all, he shoots out a Moab missile, specifically to aim the Moab. It can't hit anything else unless it's a Moab. Surprisingly, we can actually defend a lot of balloons here. I mean, we're on round 21 here, and I don't want to say we're going strong, but we're going reasonably strong. We've only lost 3 lives so far, and they, again, have been pretty random lives. Luckily for us, we do have cam detection here, so we can pop the cam balloon on round 24. We can technically pop leads with our pineapples, but I think that's where things are going to go south pretty quickly here. Popping lots of blacks and whites and or lead balloons. It most definitely has been a slow drain here, and we are down to 1 life on round 26. And I believe this could be the end with zebra balloons coming out for the first time. The biggest balloon we've had to pop so far will defeat us. 26, not a bad round then. This is probably the tower that I'm most excited for, the bomber race. This could be the furthest getting tower of the day for a while. I mean, so far, at least, I think, maybe. The bomb race is nice because it pops 3 damage per bomb, which it throws out 4 bombs per time it kind of wraps around the map here. It can pop black balloons with its, you know, random darts here. And then, ooh. When you miss, though, you miss big time. Plus, he's got camo detection and easy lead popping power. I mean, dang, all the crappy things that we've had to deal with here that normally kill us are not there. The real issue is will we randomly lose to a stupid round when we just shouldn't because of randomness? Dang, we just broke it. The new record, round 35. And I don't want to say anything too early, but this is pretty good. Oh, we're starting to lose some lives, though. Definitely running on gas at this point. Running on fumes. Ooh. I think this is it, round 37. Good run, though. The best yet. Somewhat surprisingly, we are still alive on round 30. Our pineapples have actually been enough lead popping power so far. Will it last? I don't know. We can't link a single lead. Oh, there it goes. Round 30. Good run, though. Next up, we got Never Miss Targeting, which darts automatically seek out and pop balloons, which is great. I decided to go for the spy plane and exploding pineapple so we could pop leads and camos. But we are running into some issues already. Round 30 here, surprisingly, we beat round 28 leads, but round 30 ends up being just too much lead action, and yeah, it's gonna take us down. Not a bad run, though, honestly, for no direct lead popping power. I honestly believe this is gonna be the furthest and best third-tier tower for a long time. This guy is good across the board. He has no direct weaknesses. He can pop purples, camos, leads, whatever you throw at him, he's got it covered. We need to go for the IFR, though, to get that camo detection. This guy might even be able to take that Moab by himself. So can we beat round 40 with our first third-tier tower yet? New record! We've got the heli pilot here rocking through round 39. I want to watch the Moab alive because this is the most effective tower so far. You can see he's just got a good group popping power kind of across the board here. Regens are trying to regen. Gets to the very back, but we don't let it go through. And even with anything going on, it's all about this Moab here. Can we take down all the ceramics on the inside this far back of the map? Looks scary. I did leave him on pursuit here. It's in the very, very back of the map, and we couldn't handle it. The Moab is still that elusive. Dang. Lead balloons. Oh. Next, we got downdraft here, which sends balloons backwards. I mean, we're pretty used to a heli pilot. We don't need to know every single detail about it, but unfortunately, they can't knock lead balloons back, so round 28 is gotta be the final round here. There's no way to get lead popping power at all, even though we get cam protection every other popping power. It's going to take us down. Next up, we got the Moab Shove, which is obviously designed to be a Moab shover, right? It shoves Moabs. We know about the heli pellet again. He's got the quad darts. He also adds in a quick Moab missile here, and you can see it's actually going against the balloons here. I'm curious to see if this is going to be our lead popping power, or if we're just going to completely ignore it and be stupid. I actually have never tested this out before. I've never noticed or not noticed if the Moab Shove pops leads. Oh, it does pop leads. Sweet. We got a real chance here to go reasonably far, actually. Ah, crap. Camo balloons. Next up, we've got the Shell Shock Mortar, who can do a ridiculous 3 damage per shot. And then, of course, we can add the rapid reload in here to make sure that we are going to hit these balloons nice and quick. Unfortunately, as you could plainly see, got a weakness. Black balloons. So it turns out that heavy shells can pop black balloons, which is pretty cool. And then we're going to combine it with the Balloon Buster, because popping through 3 layers of balloons at once is always good, and yeah, so I'm going to do that. It's been a slow loss of lives. We're at 7 currently, and I have not been doing heavy micro. I've been leaving them specifically in this location unless something crazy happens. Any which way, still going quite well. We will have to tank the camo balloon here on round 24 because we don't have the camo detection, but we might be able to go a little bit further. Uh-oh. Even with heavy micro, around 29. I mean, it's probably possible, but it's a lot of work. I don't feel like dealing with it. 29 is a pretty good round to get through for just a 3rd tier mortar. The last mortar. I know everybody's least favorite tower in the game, the Signal Flare. The main thing is we've got the ability to burn you stuff through some of the balloons here. Unfortunately, it's not super duper huge on the radius here. It just decamos the balloons, and that's about all. I don't know how far we're going to make it, but I don't think we're going to make it that far. I'm kind of upset, because even when I'm trying to micro, I end up missing. So I'm already down to 3 lives here. You can see, like, when I try to, like, chase the thing, oh, that missed, oh, that missed, oh, that missed, and we lose. So round 15 is it. I literally tried, and we still got there. So, yeah. I am definitely excited for the Dartling guns. A lot of Dartling guns are actually really, really good, but they still have some weaknesses here and there. I don't want to alert you guys to the laser cannon's weakness, but it's not going to be that great, I don't think. As far as crosspaths go, why not give it cam detection, get a little bit of faster shooting. It's almost always a better crosspath to go for, in my opinion. And you're going to notice that we're going to pop everything super duper easily for a long time with this guy. Balloons are barely even going to make it on the screen. Purple balloons! Nothing we can do about it. Nothing we can do. Just a weakness. Devastating. As you might imagine, Hydro Rocket Pods is blowing things up. Alright, Hydro Rocket Pods is good. As far as crosspath goes, I decided to go for the Laser Shock, not because it's usually better, but because in this situation I think it's going to be better. Usually powerful darts is allowing you to go through more balloons, which allows more popping power. I believe, though, thinking ahead, as a smart SJP kind of BTD6 player, that maybe the first thing we're going to lose to is the Moab. And the most powerful thing that we can use against the Moab is actually crosspath of the Laser Shock. So I'm pumped to see how far this guy's going to go, but I'm hoping this could be the first tower that takes down the Moab. Alright, round 40 is about to pop out. We're going to switch him off of locked into normal targeting, and we're going to see if we can, manage this guy. No guarantees, obviously, but I'm rooting for myself with some excellent micro here. He's not going to pop into the very back of the map, though, and that could still lead to devastation for us. All we need is 15 balloons to sneak through, and they do! Dang! The Moab is just too much. Finally, move on to the Magic Monkey, starting off with the Arcane Mastery, which I always think that Arcane Mastery should become the 4th tier, and Arcane Spike should be the 3rd tier, just because, like, Mastery sounds better than Spike, personally. But any which way, this guy's pretty solid across the board. He's kind of similar to a Crossbow Monkey. He does a lot of damage. He does 3 damage per shot. He's got a pretty significant amount of pierce here, so we can go through many balloons. Even if they're, yellows or pinks or, like, lots of weird things, he can still take them down pretty easily. And then Cam Protection's not that far away either, but he does have 2 weaknesses, purples and leads, and they will take him down just because he doesn't have any. Dragon's Breath has gotten a lot of changes over the years. The first thing you're going to notice is the Fireball. The triple Fireball shooting out here is pretty intense, and it has a lot of range too. It just keeps on going, basically. In addition, Dragon's Breath has 2 damage and a couple pierce, while it also attacks really, really, really fast. That's kind of the main thing about it. So it really doesn't have any crazy weaknesses here. It can pop leads, it can pop mobs, it can pop balloons and ceramics and everything, but it does still have 1. Schmurple balloons! The wizard just can't do anything against purples. 25. It's a terrible round to lose. Shimmer is the last wizard here, and the main thing about him is that he decamos the balloons. It's a pretty good decamolizer as far as all things are concerned, because he's got a pretty good amount of range here and attacks reasonably quickly. The main thing that we've got with this guy is a Wall of Fire combo, which probably is going to do most of the work for us here, but I could still see us not making it to 25, just because the Wall of Fire doesn't last all the time, and his regular attack is honestly not that powerful. LOL. We did it, no lives lost up until round 25, but again, the purple balloons, they smoke us. All 3 wizards, same round. Very weird. Now, right from the get-go, Sun Avatar, by far the most expensive tower that we've gotten to so far in its entirety. We, of course, are going to expect grand things out of this guy. I think? Sun Avatar! You gotta be kidding me right now. Purples? Schmerples? Why? Well, I'll tell you why. We think we have monkey knowledge on, but I am playing on chimps mode, so all of my monkeys have not had monkey knowledge activated at all. These are the base 3rd tier towers. Durr! Next up, we've got the Robo Monkey, which I believe this guy has to be the best of the best here. There's just no way around it. He's got mega crit shots across the board. You can aim the first, last, close, and strong balloons over here. Definitely thinking Plasma Blast is probably better in most situations, but it does make it so we can't have purple popping power. Unfortunately, because we have a Robo Monkey here, this means that we can't pop lead balloons without also having the Plasma Blast, so we are again stuck randomly with a tower that just does not have all types of popping power here. But yeah, isn't it weird that sometimes the best towers in the game just don't have all the popping power and they just can't go as far as a lot of other better towers? Next up, we've got the Robo Monkey, who shoots out a bunch of really fast shooting darts. He's got 2 additional random cannons here to shoot things out, and as far as cross paths are concerned, we can either go for Plasma Blast on the top side or Ultra Vision on the bottom side. This gives us cam detection, a little bit more range, and some knockback, which is all good as far as I'm concerned. But the major issue here is Plasma Blast can't pop purple balloons. Ultra Vision can't pop lead balloons. So we must lose to something. Honestly, it feels really brutal just to, like, watch this happen. Like, smoking every single round and then having a weakness here. But that's the way we've been playing it. Everybody's got to have a weakness at some point, right? Not all the towers, but many of them do. So I did something really weird here. I don't want to call this illegal yet, but check this out. We went for a 003 to start. We swapped into a Plasma Blast on round 28, which means we're able to get through round 25 purples and then get the lead popping power for round 30. Okay, or 28. Okay. Now, we could have also done this with the other Super Monkeys, really. I mean, we could have started off the lower and kind of made our way up higher later on. Maybe we could have made it further. I don't know. I don't want to get too greedy with it, but I just decided, screw it. I'm at least going to do it for this one Super Monkey. I want to beat the Moab. I just want to beat the Moab. And, oh, no, there's more purples! We can't even make it past 32 with this strategy. Dang, I forgot about these purples. Next up, we got the Double Shot Ninja, which allows us to pop 4 pierce per double shot, so 8 balloons per shot here. Not bad at all, especially when you shoot really quickly, and you basically never miss. In addition, I just went for the random Caltrops here. You know, I figured just throwing them down is probably a good idea. Just get a little spike trap action. Probably not going to lose the regular balloons anyways. Probably going to lose based on a sad lead balloon aspect here. Of course, he did great. Across the board, everything was fantastic. Around 27 even takes it down easy, and then that lead balloon aspect just destroys us, dude. It's either the purples or the leads or the camos that are going to take us down. Almost everybody has one of those weaknesses, and it's hard to get all 3 of them. So 25, 28, or 33 are the main rounds we tend to be losing on. Next up, we've got Shinobi Tactics, which is allowed to get stacked with other random ninjas over here. Unfortunately, we're not stacked at anything because we only got one of these puppies. On top of that, we got a round 19. Oh my god, I gotta sneeze. Oh crap! Oh my god, sneeze-tastic round 19 here, Ninja. I got sneezy stuff on my monitor. I'm kind of upset about this. I'm gonna have to clean that up. Anyways, round 19. We're still... Are we gonna hang on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna be really close. Oh, exactly the amount of lives we can't handle. Dang! Okay, I'll admit it, I screwed this up pretty bad. I tried changing him to strong and everything, and I put him in the wrong spot. It's a mess. I could probably go further with this guy, but it's just round 19. It's gonna be what it is. Alright, I'm kind of excited for this guy. I mean, he's got all types of popping power. He's got purple, he's got lead, he's got camo, and he's got a flash bomb, which is pretty powerful. It does 3 damage when it actually lands here. It's got a pretty wide radius as well. I'm decided to go for the top path, cross path, to get him to attack a little bit faster, and then also get my shurikens to be just a smidge more powerful. Flash bomb? Who knows, man? The only real weakness here is I'm afraid that regens might end up doing something crazy here. Other than that, dang! Let's check him out. I'll admit it, one of the things I often forget about with Flash Bomb is how much damage that we can actually do here when these balloons get grouped up. I mean, he doesn't attack ridiculously fast, but getting a stun and a mega damage attack is pretty freaking sweet. Specifically because, you know, we can damage the strong balloons with the damage aspect, and the explosion aspect just deals so much pierce that it doesn't really matter much. It's like got like no major weakness almost. I don't know, it's hard to explain. He's still going on round 38, but I don't know how much longer he's gonna be going for. It's definitely getting tricky here with ceramics and balloons all over the place. And of course the Moab must kill him. But honestly, out of all the towers here, I think the most impressive tower for me has been the Flash Bomb Ninja. I just would not think that out of third-tier towers, he would be one of the top, the toppest of tops with least amount of weaknesses and total total roundage. Even if we beat round 39, round 40 wouldn't be even remotely possible. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Next up, we got the Bur Brew. As far as crosspath go, I don't really know, but I think Acid Pool is just a little bit better. Just leave some random crap on the screen here. Now, it should be noted that the Bur Brew aspect of this tower is doing nothing. It doesn't give him any extra anything. It allows you to power up other towers. So, I think the most impressive thing about this guy is not the fact that, you know, we're not using him to power him up. It's the fact this is basically a 0-0-2 Alchemist, and we're actually doing an okay job so far. I mean, we melt through the first layer here, we do some damage over time on a lot of these balloons. Any residual power that we're not using, we just throw it on the screen and use it for later. So, yeah, I mean, not bad. Kind of surprised we were in NLL until round 15 here, and then finally we lose a couple lives, but still alive. We all know this is a tough round for anybody. We got regens combined together with pings combined together with just a crap ton of balloons all together, and bam, the elk cannot hang on here. Kind of makes sense, though. Good run, to be honest. Kind of impressed. Moving on to the Unstable Concoction. I mean, this guy is designed to explode Moabs, right? But don't forget that the previous upgrades also allow us to melt the balloons a little bit quicker. Will that affect the game? I don't think so. We'll probably lose in round 19 again, but, you know, I'm always willing to give it a shot and test it out. Alright, for some reason we are losing more lives with this elk. Unstable Concoction does not seem to be very effective, actually. And round 13, even though it should have been a pretty fair matchup, is not a fair matchup. It's going to take us down here. One life, maybe? Wait, why didn't he attack that? Like, literally, that totally was in range there. Round 13 kills us. Ah, I think it's because of the larger potions aspect here. Kind of makes sense. Get more splash area in a larger area. Okay. Anyways, the Acidic Mixture Dip doesn't do anything here. Lead to Gold doesn't really do anything, but let's just play it out and see what happens. Maybe it's positioning, maybe it's Maybelline, not really sure, but round 18 seems to be the final round for us here. Probably would have got one more round if I put him down where I put the other one. Other which way, Elks all pretty similar, but surprisingly middle path off the large potions, not that effective. I am very curious to see where the Druid of the Storm takes us. We get kind of... It's kind of like the old version of the Wizard. You get an addition of crazy attacks kind of on top of each other. You have the regular Thorn attack, you've got the Lightning attack, you've got the Druid of the Storm attack, now you get rid of regens with this thing. Like, it just does a lot of stuff, is really the action of this guy. The big issue is still camo balloons. We don't have any cam detection here, so 33 is probably the final round we could make it to, if we make it there at all. Gotta admit, I'm kind of impressed with the solo version of this guy so far. Just kind of like, again, just rock solid across the board. We did spend a pretty decent amount of money on him, I'll admit that, but we do have the ability to pop purples and send them backwards here, meaning the purples, even though the lightning can't hit them, is not an issue at all. So yeah, I'm kind of pumped, and we can pop lead balloons too. I think we're going to easily make this a round 33 game unless something crazy happens. 33. Not bad. Honestly, kind of impressed. Pretty solid all around. There is zero chance we don't make it to round 33 with the Druid of the Jungle. I'm just calling it right now. Unfortunately, still, Druid, no cam detection at all until you get to a 5th tier, so it's just going to be a thing. Probably across the board, all three of them might make it to round 33. So, there it goes. If you guys don't know what the Druid of the Jungle does, though, he pops out a vine underground, just grabs the strongest balloon, but then all of the balloons that run over that vine also get damaged. He's clearly one of the best towers in the game, so if you have not played with him, go do it. Our last magic monkey of the day is the Druid of Wrath, and this guy is okay. The cool thing about him is, as the balloons keep coming next to him, he attacks faster and faster and faster, so better to put him closer to the front of the map, especially on the longer, bigger, beefier rounds, basically. And as long as he's attacking, he's going to do more and more damage. Of course, if you get it with the Heart of the Thunder, he can pop leads and just randomly hit a bunch of balloons. If you go for the middle path, he'll do a little more Moab damage. It's kind of like up to you on what you really want to do with him. Any which way, I think we're going to probably make it to round 33 again, but that's just a guess. Ooh, looks like round 25 is randomly giving us some trouble here. We're going to lose some lives. Will we lose them all, though? No, not yet. We push on. Dang. Here it goes. Round 33. Killing all three Druids, dude. Dang. I am very curious to see how far this guy's going to go. Believe it or not, he is one of the more interesting towers in the game. Spike balls can pop every single type of balloon in the game, which is cool. In addition, he pops things all the way in the very, very back here, so we get a lot of time and room to actually get going in here. He can even solo Moab in most situations, and it does bonus ceramic damage as well. Of course, reasonably expensive, but for the price, it might be one of the best towers in the game right now. Kind of crazy to watch this just go... We're like machine gunning this thing, and it still just keeps pumping them out no matter what. Even around 35 full-on whites, rainbows coming in here. I mean, this is a lot of balloons, and I don't even want to say we're hanging on. We are doing well, actually, like quite well. But how long will this last? We must eventually die, right? Pink balloons. Oh, there it is, 36. We couldn't handle it forever. Dang. I thought we were maybe going to make it a little bit further, but 36 is still a pretty good round. Now, unfortunately, that was probably the best spike factory because this guy's designed to pop Moab, specifically does extra bonus damage to Moab class balloons, which we're not going to be fighting any of those. The cool thing is he still also does every type of popping power. Got leads and camos and purples and everything. But it's really just a 2-2 spike factory at this point, not a 2-3. It doesn't really matter. I don't know about you guys, but I'm reasonably impressed that this guy was able to get all the way through round 23 by himself. I mean, not a super duper cheap tower, not a super duper expensive tower, kind of just middle of the road, but yeah. This is one round that's going to be tricky. We've got a lot of balloons coming out, and they really stack on top of each other. The reds, the blues, the greens, all at the same time here. Yeah, and the yellows, all popping up together. I think this is finally going to be the end. How close is it, though? Not that close. There's still a lot of balloons left. This is a spike factory that I tend to not to use very often. It's the long life spikes. For some reason, I think this may actually officially be the least used tower by me ever. I don't know why, I just never really got into them, so I don't want to get too deep into it, but long life spikes, they last more than a round, so you don't have to worry about them deleting at the end of every single round here, which is sweet, admittedly, especially on the faster rounds. Allows you to build them up over time a little bit better, and because they're smart spikes, they allow you to throw a bunch at the beginning of every round here as well. So if you have a short map or something like that, you can just throw a bunch right on the track here and get it going. I needed to go for the White Hot Spikes cross path because I want to make sure if I get to round 28, I've got the lead popping power. Plus, it's pretty similar in popping power to go top path versus middle path, so I figured why not go White Hot Spikes here. Any which way, I am curious to see, can we go even further than the middle path? Here we go, the real test, round 27. You don't think about round 27 as being that unbelievably beefy just because it's a lot of reds and blues and greens and yellows. Seems like it should be a pretty easy round, but I guess it's not. At least not for spike factories here. And, yeah, it did way worse, surprisingly, than even the middle path. So, I don't want to say that I'm, like, upset about that, but just interesting to know. Cool thing about the villages is that we can test them all at the same time. Unfortunately, no third-tier village has any attacks. So, yeah, round 6. That's fine, I guess. And we're down to our last 2 towers. Also farms, same thing, just so we're all clear on that. Moving up to the engineer, we've got the Sprockets engineer, which the first two upgrades allow you to build more sentries. The Sprockets specifically allow them to attack faster. You and these engineers sentries to attack faster. Therefore, he's a very fast shooting, very good early game tower here, but he does still have a lot of weaknesses. For example, he can pop purples, but no camos and no leads, and that could lead to some issues kind of early game here. Oh yeah, look at this. Absolutely rock solid, dude. Even the zebras, as soon as they walk in, they are done. As far as cross path goes, by the way, I definitely went for the pin, just so as soon as the balloons walk in here, they get pinned and they get destroyed. To be honest, I think this is maybe my second or third most impressive tower so far, but again, it has a weakness. One big, fat lead balloon is all it takes to wipe us out. I am very curious to see what we can do with the Cleansing Foam Engineer. Now, this is kind of exciting because, of course, the Cleansing Foam gets rid of camo, regrow, and lead balloons, so we don't have to worry about any weaknesses here. The real question is, can we pop the balloons enough? Which definitely is an issue here. I decided to go for the top path here just to get some engineers just kind of throwing some stuff out over here. I don't think the pin would have helped that much because it's only making this guy's specific regular attack pin if I don't go top path. Either way, I'm curious to see and kind of excited. No struggles so far, but round 22 is, for some reason, a beast. A very bad beast. Round 22, trying to hang on here, sentries are near the front, and they just can't do it. 22, not bad, though. The double gun, twice the guns for quadruple the fun! Right, that's how I feel about it, though. Yeah, he's pretty good. The main thing about him is that he's also very good at popping power. Just Kind of similar to the 3-0-2 like we had before. Stuns all the balloons, keeps them all in check. Really like advanced popping power from the front here. But again, still has all those weaknesses. No camos, no leads, no nothing. So I have a feeling it's going to be around 28 run, but we'll always wait it out and we will see. So as expected, big balloon rounds here, absolute domination. He's just got it covered. Not the game balloon's just a pain in the butt. You know, this is kind of goofy, but I'm kind of excited for these weird beast handler runs. I mean, we've got a Velociraptor, which is a really good balloon popper in the first place, and then we've got a Horned Owl, which can hit at least some camo balloons, possibly enough for around 33 and 36, and maybe even 42 if we magically made it that far. Either which way, I don't know how this is going to go, but this could actually be one of our best runs. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoa, I was way more excited for this than I thought. I mean, we're dying to pink balloons here. Oh, 21 takes us down. I did not expect that. That was probably the most disappointing run so far out of all of them. Hey-oh, this ends up being a surprisingly better combo with the Golden Eagle. So the Golden Eagle obviously pops camo balloons, can send balloons backwards, a lot more balloons backwards, then luckily Atasaurus can still pop the leads for us, so we can get through around 28 as well. I don't see like any major issues coming up anytime soon, but you know what? The spaced balloons, I have a feeling they're eventually just going to walk through here. 33, 34, 35, 36. There's got to be a round. We just can't handle it. And there it is, 34. This is definitely the round that we can't handle. It's too beefy. This round has taken us out quite a few times with just the amount of yellow balloons we have to deal with. Kind of makes sense. You may have thought you could escape me, but we missed a couple towers. First of all, the sub and the boat, and then also a piece of the beast handler. So unfortunately, the way that I have to do this is I cannot build boats or portable lakes in my editor for some reason, so I have to do it in a real game here. So I have to use real portable lakes and stuff. Luckily, I've got 20 of them, so it's not even that big of a deal. I'm also playing without Monkey Knowledge to keep it consistent here, even though I was planning on doing it with Monkey Knowledge. Either which way, this is the submerged support boat, which we will not be submerging. So we have just a regular old angry sub, I guess. I'll be honest, I'm used to not paying attention sometimes, and I just realized we lost all of our lives. Okay. You know, I've always been curious about the actual popping power of the ballistic missile. I always said it was big, huge, in fact. But I think I need to go advanced intel here. But it turns out it's only 60, which in all real circumstances is probably enough for you, but is not even close to infinite whatsoever. I mean, that's not 900, 999, not a million, only 60, which, yeah, anyways, we're doing okay, but believe it or not, we are starting to get close to losing, if not definitely losing soon. All right, here we go. We just lost our 15th live on round 29. Not too bad, but tis what tis. Airburst darts, but we get triple guns as well. It's a third gun for even faster firing. For crosspaths, we have to go for the heat tip darts here to make sure we can pop the leads. Still, unfortunately, no cam detection though. So, tis what tis. Either which way, this guy's rock solid across the board. He's a good popper. He's a fast shooter. Look at these blacks. They're just getting annihilated. Even these tougher rounds like round 21, absolute demolition. So, yeah, let's pump this out and see if we can make it to 33. Definitely running a non-camo, no lives lost right here, unfortunately. Yeah, 33. Blah, 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 blah. Next up, we've got the Destroyer, which I literally just got the money for right now, so I just want to throw that out there. You barely ever see a Destroyer without the Grape Shot or Hot Shot. It's really weird to see, to be honest. Because normally, if you want to go with the bottom path, like, it's pretty rare. So most people are going for full popping power at this point. We do need to go for the Grape Shot because we need the Hot Shot for the lead popping power here, so we're going to finally get that going. You can see the absolute domination. Honestly, this would be my, if it had cam detection, this would be my go-to to say that I think it could probably take down everything, including possibly even a Moab on round 40. So, yeah, but we can't. So we're probably losing around 33. Any which way, though, Destroyer is a very good tower. It's got a lot of attack speed, a lot of power, but it's also pretty pricey. You know, we're talking about a $4,500 tower total after all is said and done. And that is not cheap in the mid-game here. But it's got a lot of options for yourself, so yeah. There it goes. Next up, we've got, second to last up. We've got the Cannon Ship. So this one, I'm going to go for a Cannon Ship Crow's Nest combo. And what's cool about this is we have all types of popping power. Now, please note that I have 66 lives right now, and that is the starting lives that we're going to use because I did not get a cannon ship fast enough to not lose lives. So they're not real lives lost. Just throwing that out there. Any which way, I am curious to see where we can take this. Ooh, hot diggity dog. We're around 34 right now. Usually a killer round, and it's not taking us down. Not this time. I don't think this is going to be the furthest one, but I am very curious to see if we can get all the way to the Moab. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. 39 took us down. Crap. That was close, though. And actually kind of cool. The real question is, did we save the best for last, or did we save a giant, heaping, giant, sweaty, crappy, fly-infested ball of garbage for last? The Beast Handler. So I should mention that this is the water version. This is the top path. We want to get this guy up to 3rd tier, so a great white shark with an owl combo, because we do need some camo detection here. Unfortunately, we do have to do it live. We have to get the Barracuda. We got to buy the Horned Owl. We have to do this actually in a real game here. Yeah, let's go for it.